Every year, about when August rolls around, I think about camping somewhere on an island in upstate New York. While it's easy to understand why people are drawn to BLM land and the monumental landscapes of the West, Adirondack Park is plenty of reason to head to the Northeast. Within its 6 million acres sits one of the greatest networks of dispersed campsites, accessible only by water. After camping on Fish Creek Pond in April, I saw just how much of the soul of this place was deeply connected with paddling. It's easy to spend a couple of days in the woods in August, as long as you've got something to eat and can stay dry. The only thing I needed in this case was a boat. So I called Racket River Outfitters on Tupper Lake. They rented me a 2-person canoe for 3 days. I was happy that Annabelle would be joining in on this expedition. We would follow the Bog River from the lower dam to Hitchens Pond, do a short carry over to Lowe's Lake, and then paddle down to Site 10, which was supposed to be pretty nice. It is Wednesday, August 24th, and we are at the Bog River lower dam launching point for our 2-day canoe trip down to Lowe's Lake, and we are provisioned out for 2 days. This is our very first camping trip where you have to paddle into the site. They're water access only sites, and the weather is a little cloudy, but we drove through some rain, and that ended quickly. So overall, it's beautiful. And so, yeah, Annabelle and I are heading out for 2 days on the lakes up in Adirondack, New York. Anything to add, Annabelle?
Woo!
Well, the weather quickly turned against us, but we are pressing forward. Somewhere along the Bog River. I know the intro animation set up some expectations, but I actually didn't film much video on this trip, so apologies for such a short, impressionistic portrayal of our time out here. As we set up, the first impression was just how still everything was out here. Good morning. The external mic didn't work in this shot, but I'm probably talking about how I slept, being in that little tent on an inflatable pad. That's a rough setup for an old guy. I slept okay. Food, on the other hand, was not the star of the show on this trip. Annabelle wasn't having luck preparing a satisfying backpacking meal. The rest of the day passed just chilling and exploring a little more of the lake. Well, our brief stay here is almost done. We'll pack everything up in the morning and drop off the canoe back where we started. Hope you enjoyed some of the sights. We paddled out with the feeling of untold adventure beyond the grasp of our first little journey, and that surely we'd be back.
I wonder what that looked like before it all crashed.
We had only one more thing on our agenda for the drive home. Burgers.